Got a real steel. Real steel. Come on. A blurry real steel. There we are. Got a Sylph. Gray hardware, black stock. This is a 7141 BG. Come on. Let's get in there and take a look. Real steel. Comes with a little spec card. How about I just throw that up there? If you want to pause and look, more than happy to about it. I did see that it's got nitro V steel. It's got a little schematic breakdown, parts and pieces. Pretty cool. Nice cleaning cloth. I like real steel, man. Look at this thing. Wow. It's basically an integral. How about it? It's got a folded piece of steel and then some kind of liner in there is that a folded piece of steel too? I actually am going to look at the schematics and see if it lays that out and shows us. Looks like there's a bunch of different models here. And this one is going to be, let me get that blade out. Wow. So this one's a liner lock. So that would be this. But it shows a backspacer. That is not a backspacer. That is a folded piece of steel. So where's that represented? There it is. It's this one. Yeah, so it's got scales in there. What's that about? That's pretty cool. But it shows the scale on the outside. And on this particular one, the scale's on the inside. So maybe that's not it. Let's keep looking. Is there another one? There is not. One more time. Make sure I didn't miss it. I mean, it's the liner lock, but this doesn't show the integral. I mean, well, you know what? You know how we do it, man. I'm going to run this action a little bit, and then I'm going to get a screwdriver and see if we can't figure this thing out. But let's do this first. I mean, listen, the integral part of this is cool, and I definitely want to figure it out. But what got me to pick this knife up was this right here, this stonewashed, and it's steel. It's got a steel scale right there. Really nice tension on the pocket clip. I almost think it's an integral on top of an integral by the looks of it. It looks like a folded piece of steel on the inside with a piece of folded steel over the outside. That's what it looks like. And then nitro V steel, it's revealed here. It's got a stonewashed, I believe, well, I think that's a coating on that blade. But it's sort of a stonewash finish. I know it's attractive. The whole knife, I dig it. Nice size, not too big. I can just get 4 fingers. Got some nice jimping there. I mean, what a little pocket stinger. You know, come on, man. Nice little thumb flick. Spidey flick. I mean, the way that the action, look at that. It's got a crown spine on that blade. Just all kinds of little Easter eggs going on here. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to come in from this side. Man, let's try to take this thing apart. Let's get in there. It's part of the interesting thing, right? Let's see what this thing's made of. Now, that's definitely the correct side to come off. Big, long screw. I guess that makes sense. Being an integral like that. Is this a T8 or a T7? T6. I believe it's a T6. Now this should run all the way through the knife as well. Yeah. Well, it's got a backspacer in there. It's got a little locator on the pocket clip that locates it and holds it in place. So in lieu of one screw not be an insert, that's a pretty nice little nifty deal. Helps hold everything in place. I wonder if on this backspacer, if I'm going to have to try to get this other side off. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, it come off. It might be captured in there just for that purpose. Yeah, but if it was captured, well, it can't be captured because you wouldn't be able to get it out. All right. Let's take the tension off of this and try to push out that pivot. I'm going to put this back in with some threading and see if I can't use that to push. Yep. Snap right out of there. And it's captured, or it appears captured. We'll see. Nice little bearings. There it comes. Look at that. It's an integral in an integral. Is that steel? Come on. Yeah, it's steel. And steel. It's all steel. Well, that's not. The little barrel spacer is not steel. Pocket clip. Yeah, just a little barrel spacer and the bearings. But the bearings have steel bearings in them. What about the thumb stud? Yeah. Yeah, just that one little barrel spacer. That's some oddball material. Who knows? Aluminum, titanium, one of the two. I mean, wow, what a cool deal. I mean, I don't know what it's going to take to put it back together, but we'll find out. I'm going to wipe all this oil off of it. The amount of tension on that looks extreme, but it ran pretty good. So I'll be honest, I'm not going to mess with it. You know, when it runs as good as this thing ran, as snappy as it was, I'm not changing nothing. I am going to wipe all that oil up out of there. That worked pretty well right there. I think I'll just model that and do the same thing right here. And I do like this stonewashed raw steel finish on the outside here. Pretty nice. I like it. It's like it's sort of a gunmetal, right? Let's wipe these bearings off. All right, I think that's us. Blade. Yeah. It's got some grease in here. They greased the knife versus oiling those bearings. They were greasy. Look at that little stinger of a blade. Come on. I mean, that's me. I dig it. Nice little aggressive stinger whip tail of a knife. I'm going to retract what I said. I'm going to take a little bit of tension off of that because I think there's enough. The knife ran well, but I think it was affecting the action. There's so much tension on that. Yeah, I took maybe half of that off. We'll see. I'm hopeful that I don't have to put it together and then take it apart and put it together. You know what I mean? But I'm not scared. I mean, honestly, it seemed pretty simple. I think there's going to be a little bit of challenge getting everything lined up here, but we'll see. What's my next move? I need to figure out how that's captured because I will struggle back and forth many times trying to get that right until I figure out how it's captured. There it is. It's at the bottom on this side. So if I can get it in that first bottom section, then it's home. There it is. All right, so that's lined up properly. So the next thing that needs to go in there, I mean, let me think on it. I wonder if I put my bearings in and put a drop of oil on them, if they won't hold in place. Let's find out. I'm going to try it. Well, that kind of gave the indicator that no chance, right? Like that thing's wanting to pop out of there. Might have to just slide them in, hold them in place, and then slide them in. So they're oiled up. Now I want to get the tiniest little bit on this detent track where the ball runs, right there. All right, let's see if I can't get this in there. Because once it's in between those, it'll hold the bearings. Yeah, like so. They should, ooh, I said they should stay in place. Let's see. That pivot went way up in there. Gotta back it out. A little bit more. Almost home. Oh, so close. Now I'm just trying to line everything up. You can see how I'm off just slightly. I'm going to try to rotate the knife into the lock position. See if I can't get that pivot to push up in there. Oh, we're so close. Look at how we are. You can't see the bearing except barely in the back here. So it's very close to going home. And we're in there, and we're through the, oh, I think I just got through the bearing right there. So I'm going to relieve this. There it goes. Come on, man. Oh, get up in there. Look at you. Come on. Magical mystery tour. How'd that happen so easy? Nice. Nice. Now that barrel spacer in the back is going to be a little different challenge. I think if I get one side right, it should be okay. Oh yeah, that's better. Oh, is that better? A little bit of tension off. It looks like it's still locked up. Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah. Little tuning. Transform this little thing from okay to, yeah, it's legit now. Wow. Come on, man. All right. So I'm going to leave that be for now. I'm going to focus here. I need to get the barrel spacer in between the scale and then pushed up into place so I can get one of the screws in. Let me make sure that it's not captured in some way. It is. Oh, no. Here's why I say, oh, no, because I didn't pay attention to that when I had it apart. So I have no idea which way that's got to turn to seat properly. And it's just captured on the one side. And I'm going to guess that it's on that other side there because that's the last side I took off, and it held it in place. I may have to take it apart to see it. I mean, I'm not even sure. I might need to, oh, hold on. Yeah, calm down. How about if I just pivot that down? Like loosen this. I don't want to take it off. But I should be able to pivot that whole thing now. Let's see. Will I? Nah, it's not going to pivot because this is locking that down. All right. Well, back at it. And I mean, it doesn't want to open up enough for that to even get in there. I'm going to need some assistance. Let's try this right here. Wow. How did that even fall out of there? Like, all right, well, I'm going to have to take it back apart because I don't see myself being able to force that in there. Now, it doesn't hurt my feelings too much because this wasn't too hard. Like, I mean, I just squeezed it together and held everything in place and slid it in there, and it seemed to cooperate pretty good. But there's no way I'm getting that spacer in there with this together because it's captured. That's the other thing. I don't even know which way it's got to go. I mean, I'm looking at it. I don't see where it's kept. Oh, wait, it's up here. It's in there. I mean, I don't think it's captured now that I'm looking at it. And look how it goes in there. You drop it in from here and then slide it into place. And then that's how it captures it. Which, of course, you know, just so we're all on the same page, there's no way to do that with this inside that other integral scale, the outer scale. The only way to do this is the way I'm doing it right here. Well, I'm going to take that part and put it the other way. No. Yeah, it's got to be that way. I'll wait for time. I just hate to... It's such a cool little piece. I hate to not have you hovering around for the whole thing. I am going to put a screw in that so that I can hold that screw. Wow. All right. Well, I'll be right back. Okay, so take a look. So I put a screw in it, and I was finally able to get the locked part to sit flat. And then I was able to push this up in there. And so now I can take this screw out and just hope that that thing stays in place. I mean, there is a ton of tension on it. So I can't picture it coming out of there. But what do I know? I think too, when I put it in here, it's going to get some more tension, but I want to get one screw in it as quick as possible. Like, I'm not going to worry about this pivot. I'm coming after this back screw first, because if that slips out of there, it doesn't matter that I've done this. I'm going to have to take it back apart to get that barrel spacer correct. I mean, it's super close, so I'm going to try to put this screw in. Well, it's not that screw. That's the pocket clip screw. This is the opposite side screw right here, the show side that goes in that hole. So now if I can get this to go, then it should lock that in place. And it looks like I was able to get that to go. So that should be locked in place now. Oh, my goodness. I mean, I wonder if I should lock the other side and get the pocket clip on and then come back to this part. I don't know. What do you think? Because I know I don't want that out of alignment, because how would I change it? I don't know how I could affect it. I think I'm just going to do it. Okay. Well, all this is square back here now. So now we're back to this front part. See, but now this doesn't appear to be lined up very good. I almost feel like I'm going to have to loosen all this now to get that right. I think I'm gonna. I feel like it's kind of it's going to be fighting against itself now. Because that liner is not seated all the way up there. There it is. All right, let's try this again. This was pretty simple. So the captured part was down. Let's see if second time's as easy as the first time. Yeah, it's not lining up now. It's this being in here is pushing this down. And man, I know I don't want to take that out of there. Oh, there it is. Nice. Now I'm in a little thick. I'm going to back that off. Ooh, is it tight? I mean, yeah. Oh, come on. Might have to put the screw in from the other side to push it out a little. This one's a real puzzle, man. But you know what? Integrals. Yeah, that dude is locked in there. There we go. Let's get that screw out of there. I mean, integrals, you know, right out of Jump Street, you can kind of potentially predict, you know, that it's going to push you, you know. So now I think I can use my little body tools and move that pivot back to where I need it, which is right on the inside of that scale, that inner scale. Boy, that looks awful close right there. Let's get our bearing back on and see if we can't wedge that back in there like we did before. Okay, well, we're in there. We just got to get past the pivot so that we can push the pivot back in. That looks correct right there. And I know the video is long, but I mean, you came this far. I mean, some of you did. Somebody did. And so I hate to like bug out at this point. You kind of want to see it through, don't you? Like, I think I'm through the first part. Let's take the tension off of that blade. Yep, there we go. Might be able to use the screw to pull it home now. Yeah. Should be able to just pull that right in there now. Yep. Get that tension right. Are we centered? Mm-hmm. Oh, come on. Was it worth the effort to tune it? 1,000 times yes. Let's make sure we don't have any wiggle. Nah, it's solid as a rock. Okay. Oh, I got to tighten up in the back. I forgot. Okay. Let's make sure that didn't impact our action up front here. Nope. I think we're a little loose. I'm going to put a little on it, and I can see we're off-centered a little bit. This should bring it right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were a tiny little bit loose. Now I'm a little bit too tight. It's okay. There we go. Nice. All right. Wow. Integrals. Fun. Pretty cool. All right. Let's let's take a hard look at this action, the ergonomics. We're 30 minutes in. This was a marathon. All right. So pretty smooth. I mean, it's tuned now. Really nice, snappy, spidey flick, thumb flick. You know, just the slightest little shake to get that to close. And the lock bar is very intuitive. This is raised a little bit, or the liner is raised slightly, and it's got some jimping on it, really sharp. And so reaching in there is really intuitive, simple to get to. Yeah, nice unlock. And so the overall, I mean, that action, it's pretty nice. I mean, I'd rate it up there, you know, definitely a B plus, A minus. I mean, it's definitely above average, and it's satisfying. You know, wouldn't hurt my feelings to, you know, run this, have that function in my hand right there. It's pretty nice. What about ergonomics? So this reverse, whoo, is that nice? Wow. I mean, very nice reverse. I mean, I can get here. It's not much of a finger guard to hold me in here. I can cap it with my thumb really well. So I do believe that I'd have a very powerful little hammer smash with this right here. Standard grip, comfortable. I can feel the pocket clip, but nothing here is really hot. I mean, with all this metal and the liners and stuff, you're feeling stuff, but none of it's hot. It's very comfortable. Excellent jimping up on that crown spine. Look how beautiful that is. And so this grip here, not so confident, confident, very confident. I mean, I'll run it up to a confident grip. I'll run up to it. Doesn't have like a full finger guard in there, but this is really locked in. Wonderful little stinger in hand. Let's check the pocket clip. Whew, that was a marathon, man. I think we're going to be fine here. Smooth clip against that smooth steel scale. There is a ton of tension on that. Yeah, this is a F5 pocket clip in the thick stuff. F5 Tornado ripped these shorts off me, drop them 20 miles away, and that knife would still be in the pocket right there. Pretty solid here on standard jean size material. Yeah, nice tension. I mean, it's in there really well. My spot in the back pocket, not only does it go in there well, but it hanging up on something there. There it is. It looks nice. Deep carry, completely disappears. I like the black. Yeah, wonderful pocket clip. Let's check it for safety. There, obviously, there's not going to be any contact through the back. It's just going to be the tip, and it looks ominous. I mean, I can catch that tip. So the tip's got a little exposure right at the very end there. And so unfortunately, like if you were reaching down here, yeah, I mean, I'm grabbing that tip all day long. And that little needle of a tip, man, it'll get you. It'll definitely get you. The pocket clip's good. The tip is exposed. And other than the tip, I feel pretty confident that I can handle this knife. But reaching in could be ominous, man, because just putting the weight of my finger right there, I'm catching the tip of that knife. Yep. Pretty cool. I mean, wow. I wonder if it's sharp. That Nitro V. What do you think? I mean, it's crazy sharp. Yeah. And it's such a good looking, unique knife. I dig it, man. Price and availability. Okay. The only place I found it available is on Amazon, and they're $58.50. And in my market, if I ordered it by like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I get it overnight. So it's in stock. Yeah, pretty cool. Nitro V steel, the uniqueness of it. Is it worth 58 bucks? I think so. Yeah, pretty solid, man. Nice action. The bearings run well. The thumb flick, the spidey flick, pretty cool. Yeah, 58 bucks. The real steel Sylph. Appreciate you watching.